Hey guys, it's Dakota. Welcome to my channel. Everybody and their mother seems like they have something to say about Lando Norris, so here I am to weigh in as well. So like a quick overall recap of Brazil, Norris won the sprint, was on pole, then basically dropped down to third straight away, and then red flags and mistakes ended him in 6th, while Verstappen went from P17 to P1. It was also raining a lot in Brazil, so a lot of drivers were having trouble on the track, while other drivers were able to take advantage of that. Norris messed up his start and then messed up a couple of the restarts, and then he boxed before the safety car and kind of got stuck behind it, where other drivers were able to take like a free pit stop. And his post-race interview has once again gotten him into hot water for being whiny.
And in terms of the pit stop, when you said lap 25, I want to come in, and they said stay out, and then you end up in the situation you're in where you do pit, and then there's the safety car and you've lost that advantage. How strong can you be on the radio? In wet conditions, do you get more say or less say with the team? Is there any difference?
I get equal. It's just I have faith in the team and what they're saying, and they have trust in me. It was the right thing to do, just we're just unlucky. So I don't care about the hindsight of things. That's luck for them, nothing more. You know, it's just they got lucky on a rule that no one agrees with. Probably them today, they agree with it, but every driver has disagreed with it in the past. And today it benefited them. It could have benefited us if we just stayed out, but that's a stupid thing to think of, you know. So just a bit unlucky today, nothing more. Of course, disappointing with the results, and could have been better, but yeah, we'll keep pushing.
It's tough. Max on the podium behind you as well. That makes
he drove well. He got a bit lucky.
All right, thank you.
Most of us can confidently say that Verstappen deserved that win, and realistically, even if there weren't any safety cars, he probably still would have won because he's just that much better than everyone else in the rain. However, it is true that Verstappen and the Alpines did get a break with the safety car.
Lando Norris said there was no talent in Verstappen's Brazil Grand Prix win.
No, he didn't. This is what he said.
You can change your tyres under the red flag, is what the others did, so just unlucky. Unfortunate, sometimes it just goes your way, you know, so nothing we did wrong. I don't get what people say. Staying out was not the right thing to do. It shouldn't have been red flagged, but obviously that was the crash in the end which caused the red, so just that's life sometimes. You take a gamble, it's paid off for them. It's not talent or, you know, it's just luck. So yeah, a bit unlucky this one.
I mean, what about the rest of the race? Just how difficult were the conditions out there?
Yeah, I mean, I still made a couple of mistakes in the end. I had cars on my left and my right. I locked the rears. I went off. I lost 2 positions. So a little bit unfortunate there. Just my own fault. So not a perfect race for me, but I think no matter what, 4th was the best anyone could do today of the people who boxed and didn't get lucky. But otherwise, just keep our heads down.
Lando Norris is an F1 driver, and every single one of those guys bitches like middle school girls. Daddy FIA, this should be a penalty. Daddy FIA, he's not allowed to do that. Daddy FIA, don't punish me, that was his fault. Shut the fuck up. And I'm not going to defend Norris or any of the other drivers because they do dodge responsibility and act whiny. And I'm also not saying that because other people act like that, it's okay for Lando Norris to. But I am saying stop only reading clickbait article titles and watching cherry-picked TikToks and listen to what the actual person is saying. And you might still disagree with them, that's fine, but disagree with what they actually said, not what you think they said based off a stupid article title. And this goes for everything. We live in a clickbait society. Listen to what the actual people say and then form your own opinion on it. And also, Verstappen shading Norris, he did, but let's be honest, besides Ricardo and the people that Verstappen's contractually obligated not to shit talk, nobody's safe. But when it comes to Lando Norris's actual driving, he has a lot of issues that other really good drivers don't have. He would say that it's because he drives cleanly. I would say it's because he drives scared. I don't know if he's afraid of DNFing or somebody getting hurt or hurting someone else's feelings, but I really do think that he's afraid. But it's causing him to bottle starts, it's allowing other drivers to take advantage and pass him, and it's making him lose races. Like, think back to baby Max Verstappen before he won a championship. Baby Verstappen did not give one single fuck. This dude was driving balls to the wall all the time. Literally. And guess what happened? As he got more experience, his balls to the walls driving wasn't making him crash, it was making him win. Even Liam Lawson in the last couple of races, he's going at it with veteran drivers. His team is literally begging him on the radio not to start shit with more people. This to me means that the kid actually has real potential to be really good. I come from the world of baseball and softball. My dad coached me for years, and one thing he always said is that you can't teach a kid to have urgency. You can teach them to hit, you can teach them to throw, you can teach them to run. You can't teach them to be a good ball player. There's a spirit and a drive that can't be taught, and without it, that player will never be great. And I don't know if Lando Norris has that spirit. He's not an aggressive driver, and he doesn't try to make big or risky moves. Norris gets pushed off track by Verstappen because he lets him push him off track. And Max knows that as long as he can get in front of Norris, nothing else matters. Who cares if Leclerc uses their battling to squeak through and win a race here or there? Not Verstappen. Like, think about 2021 when Verstappen and Hamilton were constantly going at it. They were rough. Multiple crashes and incidents happened because neither was just going to give way for the other one to avoid contact. Even in Hungary this year, Verstappen tried to force Hamilton to go wide around a corner, and Hamilton was just like, no.
This time he gets there, he locks up and he makes contact with his old rival!
And guess what happened? They made contact and then Verstappen got the penalty anyway because it was his fault. Verstappen and Hamilton had beef for years, and I think that may be part of the reason why Lando Norris doesn't want to push Max back is because he's worried about their personal relationship. But guess what? To win, you have to be an aggressive driver, and aggressive drivers will inevitably make contact with other drivers. Being aggressive can also cause backlash from other people, which I think is another thing that Lando Norris doesn't want. Aggressive drivers are often labeled as the bad guy, which goes against the image that Norris had in his earlier career. But in not being aggressive, he's getting backlash for not being aggressive while complaining that other people are aggressive, and he's not even winning. He's not 14 anymore. Everyone in Formula 1 is a really good driver, and you can't beat them on speed alone. Verstappen, Hamilton, Senna, Schumacher, Alonso, all guys who are not afraid of being the bad guy, and that's why they win.
We are very selfish, drivers in general, but in Formula 1 has to be always good characters and bad ones and heroes and anti-heroes, so I'm on the dark side.
Even Ricciardo, universally loved by fans and competitors alike, turned into a beast in the car because that's what it takes. He was nicknamed Honey Badger because he seemed like this really sweet guy, and all of a sudden he's on track and he will rip you to shreds. Lando Norris is gonna get breaks from the FIA because he's the underdog, but he can't expect the FIA to bail him out all the time. He has to go back at these drivers that are taking advantage of his passiveness, or else he's never gonna win. And at this point in the season, I don't think that Norris has time to change. Now, my message directly to Lando Norris, because he's definitely one of the 100 people that's gonna view this video. He likes and subscribes, so you should too. At this point in time, people don't like you, and you're not winning the championship. You quite literally have nothing to lose. Throw caution to the wind and wreak havoc on that track. Stop worrying about your Instagram comments, stop worrying about hurting your friends' feelings, and race like a real driver. This isn't a Disney movie. Sometimes you have to be the bad guy to win, and until you accept that, you're never going to do anything great in this sport. I think that you can in the coming years, but it's really not up to me. Own up to your mistakes, fix the things that are going wrong, and actually have a chance at a championship. Anyway, everyone let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, have a great rest of your day.